welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. I got a handful of amazing bullish news for you today. I'm going to just dive right in. U.S. Congressman introduced bill to modify crypto tax provision and infrastructure law. U.S. President Joe Biden signed the infrastructure bill into law on Monday, and a bipartisan group of U.S. lawmakers have introduced a bill to amend the crypto-related provisions in the bipartisan infrastructure bill signed into law earlier this week. It's labeled the Keep Innovation in America Act. It was introduced Thursday and would amend the definition of a crypto broker included in the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. The bipartisan infrastructure bill passed by both the House of Representatives and Senate earlier this year before being signed into law by U.S. President Joe Biden. And if you're not familiar, the definition of crypto broker was basically going to be basically everyone. It was really out of control. I don't want to dive too long into that, but getting back into the article, the bill seeks to modify a provision in the new law that amends Section 60501 in the tax code, as well as address the transaction between brokers and non-brokers. And, that would be just out of control if non-brokers were also having to treat this like banks, doing AML, KYC, and everything imaginable. If you sold some crypto to your uncle or your best friend or a neighbor or something, into having to do a KYC and AML on them, run their social security number, everything about them, it would be a little bit out of control, believe me. So this is a very good move forward in this bill by Representatives Patrick McHenry, Tim Ryan, Kevin Brady, Rokana, Tom Emmer, and of course, if you don't know Tom Emmer, you very well, if you're around the industry or the community very long. He's been an amazing proponent of cryptocurrencies, and I am a big fan of Tom Emmer. So keep doing what you're doing, because it is awesome for those of us retail investors who have just kind of been beat down a little bit by this SEC attack on Ripple, because it affected greatly and significantly the price of XRP. But also we have Eric Swalwell, Warren Davidson, Anthony Gonzalez, and Ted Budd introducing the bill. And the Blockchain Association actually raised $4 million USD to grow its presence on Capitol Hill. So Kraken Digital Currency Group, DCG, and the Filecoin Foundation participated in the round, which is a very big deal as well. So the ECB is now calling for urgent stablecoin regulations. And of course, here we are a huge fan of Circle, Jeremy Allaire's Circle, the USDC that's built on Stellar. And that is going to be massive. And I believe it will have a huge impact once this momentum starts flowing and that starts getting, more utility, more partnerships, and more use case on top of what it already has. I think it's going to be a significant boost for the retail investors in XLM. I believe that investment is going to catch up, and the price will soon hit the use case and utility very, very soon. A lot of things are going live next year, so I think once we get the ball rolling, I still believe, as I've said, November was going to be extremely volatile. What's happening today? Kind of a little small crash, so to speak, or a big retracement, however you feel comfortable labeling. It's kind of the same, and that was expected if you follow this channel, because that's something we stated was going to be very volatile and the going through November, and then we believe somewhere around mid-December it's going to have to kind of ease up, at least on XRP XLM, because they are not going to get skipped in a bull run cycle. It'll be their turn to start moving. But I believe once this gets going, I think we're going to go into 2022, and I think that's where utility is going to start slowly dribbling in from the beginning to the end of the year, and then we're really going to see some momentum from then till 2025. And believe me, stick around and watch and see how this plays out. It's going to be very, very exciting. So the central bank also warned about irrational exuberance in crypto and other markets, to kind of finish off that little article. So the SEC reportedly looking into BlockFi's crypto yield products. And then that again is something why we've why XRP has been labeled the standard. And that was labeling, basically XRP the standard for a great deal of reasons. And not just for its entire use case, but for this entire court case. Because whether you like XRP or not, whether you hold XRP or not, is irrelevant. If you if you're a retail investor in the entire crypto industry on any level, you better hope that Ripple comes out of this ahead, because this article here is a good explanation of what's coming down the line, as we've continued to show for the past few months. Because after they attacked Ripple, then they started going after Coinbase, then they started going after a few others, which we've shown you in video. And again, here we have BlockFi's crypto yield products, because if there's no precedent set, or as we call it, the standard, then anything is fair game for the SEC. But once there is a regulatory standard, so to speak, then everyone else who is coming into this industry will know how to base their product and make sure it has the regulatory clarity that they're looking to have and looking to find. So I just wanted to share this article because the crypto lender was already in hot water with a number of state securities regulators earlier in this year. But again, now SEC has them under the microscope. But I believe once Ripple has kind of set the standard and has cleared the way for XRP, then I think everyone else will follow that as they're kind of clearing the path through this jungle of uncertainty from the SEC. So Fidelity approved to become Canada's first institutional Bitcoin custodian. Fidelity has moved, basically paves the way for Canadian institutions to invest in Bitcoin, including pension funds, portfolio managers, mutual funds, and ETFs. And the first thought when I hear all of that stuff going on, your retirement plans, your IRA, etc., I just start thinking of iTrustCapital. So if that's something that you're interested in, guys, there is a link in the description below. And also, too, the digital ruble should not boost inflation, the Bank of Russia says. So Bank of Russia is preparing for a prolonged trial of the digital version of the national fiat to ensure this is a full-fledged ruble. And the head of the Monetary Authority has emphasized the regulator has put forward some conditions for the implementation of the new currency project. The next article, LA's iconic Staples Center to be named Crypto.com Arena. The naming deal is one of the biggest in sports history, according to the LA Times, and the Staples Center Arena in Los Angeles, known to pro basketball fans as the house that Kobe built, will be renamed Crypto.com Arena on Christmas Day, the arena announced. And the Singapore-based crypto exchange bought the naming rights from AEG for 20 years for $700 million USD, the LA Times reported. So SHIB buys 171 billion tokens. That is the interesting part for me in this article. So a new SHIB bought 171 billion tokens, according to Whale Stats. The crypto market has recently witnessed the birth of a new SHIB. And one day ago, from the time of this article, the anonymous market player purchased 6 million USD worth of Shiba Inu coins. 11 hours after the completion of the first order, he or she decided to buy another 2.3 million worth of tokens when SHIB fell to 0.000048. And overall, the whale now owns 171 billion tokens. Also, too, Shiba Inu has been integrated by CoinGate. Also, there was a really great article. D&I initiative attracts 12 additional institutions committed to drive adoption of the M-Leader, the MLETR. So the D&I initiative has established the most specialized community of technology firms, financial institutions, corporates, and additional stakeholders committed to digitize trade documents and negotiable instruments as per UNCITRAL MLETR compatible laws. And this is another great article by Andre Casterman, a legend with Swift and the Zenfin community. and in trade finance. But the reason we also want to highlight and point this out is because the connection directed right to the XDC network. And again, guys, feel free to click on the links below to finalize and finish reading all of the articles. And remember, again, this is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Sorry, I've been a little distracted. It's been a little bit hectic since the accident. We're kind of getting through this. Trying to make sure, everyone is healthy and safe and coming out of this all right. It's been a little hectic on the personal side, so my apologies, guys, for, a handful of videos I've missed. I'm going to make those up here very, very soon. But I just want to get some articles out as much as I could with my time available. And again, nothing but love from you guys. It's been amazing. Once we get through this, I'll do a video and get into a little bit more personal. I'm just always, I'm never the greatest of discussing personal stuff. So I just try to keep it right, direct, and straight to the point for news. But, much love to each and every one of you guys. You are amazing. I do get your comments, and they totally and completely make my day. But again, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you and to our VIP on Patreon, Surfmeister. Much love, and we will catch you in the next one.